Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for my January and February empties. At the end, I tag on some decluttered items if I have any. But let's start with hair stuff. I have the Curlsmith Glow Perfecting Conditioner. This was nice. I had the matching shampoo, which I have ran out of a while ago. What I did like about this was the consistency of it. Like, it wasn't too thin of a conditioner. It didn't feel like a cheap conditioner, you know what I mean? And it smells like fruit, which I always appreciate that. But I don't know if I would get it again right now. I don't have it on my radar to like repurchase it. I just know that it is a nice conditioner. So maybe one day I'll repurchase it, but it's not something I need to repurchase right now. I have one that I like that is cheaper. Stick with that for now, and we'll see what happens when that time comes. Then we have the Curlsmith Weightless Air Dry Cream. And yeah, same brand, vegan, and I think this one also smelled like fruit. It was okay. Like, I don't think this tamed the frizz as much as I was expecting it to or hoping it would. I think it just depends how much of it you use. If you use too little of it, you're not gonna notice as much of a difference. But it's also tricky because you don't wanna overdo it and weigh your hair down, but I kinda need my hair to be weighed down a little bit, especially after I wash and dry. It's like, yeah. I know this is an empties video, but just a side note is this wow 1 minute transformation stuff. I prefer this over the Curlsmith because this didn't leave any kind of dramatic, that I remember, like anti-frizz situation. So yeah, but again, I probably wasn't always using as much as I should have been, so there's that. But you also don't get a ton of it either, so this is like 2 fluid ounces, so I didn't want to pile it on for that reason and waste it, but you kind of have to use how much you need to use to get it to be effective at the same time. Okay, let's move on. L'Oreal Magic Root Cover Up. This is good. Talked about this so many times. I would get it again. My latest notes on this, while this is my favorite, root cover up spray, not like I've tried too many of these, I will say I have to be kind of careful with how I spray it on because depending how concentrated you get it or how close you get to your scalp or how much product you put on, it can start to look like there's a line of hair color and kind of look a little unnatural. So it is a little bit of a learning curve to see how far to spray it and how much of it to kind of get in certain areas. So that can be a little bit tricky, but I feel like the more I use it, the better I am at like not making it look unnatural. So yeah, buyer beware with that. But like, I think that's any spray that you use, you just have to be careful that it doesn't like cause a line. Then it looks like you have a wig on or something. So just be careful with the lines if you use a product like that. But otherwise, I will keep repurchasing that one. I used up the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. This is SPF 25. Love an SPF in my lip balm. But it doesn't taste like SPF. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but some stuff like you can tell there's SPF and it has like that weird sunscreeny taste to it. This does not have that. This is the shea butter and vitamin E version. There's a lot of different flavors, and not a lot, but maybe like 4. And I really have enjoyed this. I was debating if I should get the Laneige pots because I know those are popular. People tend to really like those, but I didn't feel like spending that much money and I just didn't feel like buying those. So I went with this one and it got really good reviews and I have no complaints. I've actually repurchased this and I'm using the second tube right now. So I will probably get this again if it runs out. Try a different flavor, I don't know. But so far I'm really pleased with this. It feels good. It's not like the cheapest lip balm, but it's not the most expensive either. I think this might be around 10 bucks. And then of course, if you get it at Ulta, layer on the coupons and do your thing. But I liked it enough to buy it again. And I probably will repurchase it again after that, especially with the summer. I think it's nice to have SPF in your lip balms. Recently finished this Lorac Pro Foundation. This is their Soft Focus Longwear Foundation. This one is in the shade 7 Light. This is another thing that I repurchased already, and I've really, really enjoyed this foundation. I am good usually with using drugstore foundations. I found a few that I've really enjoyed and wouldn't mind repurchasing, but this one has my heart right now. It is a little bit more pricey, so I do wait for sales to get it. I want to say this is around 40 or like a little bit less than that. It is a thinner formula, so it does feel a little bit liquidy when you like pump it out, so that might surprise you a little bit, but it kind of goes on more naturally because it's a little bit of a thinner formula. So it does provide coverage. I'm wearing it today. This is like the only foundation I have right now, honestly. So yeah, you don't need a lot of it. It does a decent job with coverage. Now, mind you, right now I don't have a ton that I need to cover, but it's lovely. So lightweight, really been enjoying it. And I bought this one again. So I'm on my second bottle of it. There is a little bit of a smell there to it. It's not like floral, nothing like that. But it does smell like, this is gonna sound weird, especially for somebody who isn't crazy about like fragrances and stuff. has a little bit of a paint smell to it, but you don't really notice it like once you put it on, it's fine. But like for me to want to still buy this, even with that like faint, weird, like painty kind of smell, says a lot about the foundation itself, and I can put up with that. So just like a heads up in case that like throws you off if you do get this. But it, yeah, it does have a little bit of a weird, like painty smell, which I don't even mind these days or notice that much anymore. So next is the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. This one is in the shade light beige. This is also one I've repurchased already. So a lot of these things you'll notice I have bought over again. I just found that recently I haven't really been in the mood or have the energy to like try all this new stuff. So luckily I like this one enough that I repurchased it. I got this one at Five Below actually, because sometimes it's hard to find the shade. Like they don't sell this at CVS, at least the ones I have near me. I just think it, yeah, like it's seamless. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't like settle into lines. I've just really been enjoying it. The only thing is that the cap started cracking a little bit like towards the end, which wasn't a big deal. It didn't like affect the product too much, but that is something if you are really like not loving that about packaging, just to be wary of it. But clearly that wasn't enough of a deal breaker because I bought another tube of it. So good product, another winner. You will recognize this from my last Project Pan update, but I did finish the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. I was super excited about it. I'm still super excited that I finished a lip product. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's a great shade. It's kind of like a dusty mauve nude kind of vibe. And, you know, depending on the makeup you have on and the lighting, it can look, you know, look a little bit more peachy. Very easy one to wear and very, very comfortable formula. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this anytime soon. Not that I buy much makeup at all in the first place, but definitely won't be repurchasing this anytime soon because quite frankly, I just need to move on to newer things. I really did like it. I just have had it for years. The matte formulas of lipsticks are kind of not my thing anymore. Even though this was a super comfortable formula, it just feels like we want moisture in our lives. And this, like I said, comfortable, great, but it kind of settled into lines a little bit. At least towards the end. I don't know if that was the formula getting older, but yeah, I'm more into moisturizing things right now. And yeah, my lips already are pretty dry. I don't need that in my life to add to that or exacerbate that in any way. So will not be repurchasing super matte or matte anything if I can help it. Like if they're in my collection now, fine, I can mix it with stuff and whatever, but probably not the vibe moving forward. Yeah, so we're happy to get that one out, even though we did enjoy it. Two things can be true at once. You can love something and then still be glad it's gone. I used 3 of these samples. I talked about that too in my project. The Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir, which is more of an anti-aging type of serum, and it was fine. I only used it 3 times, so I can't really speak on how well it really is or how effective it actually is, because 3 times just quite frankly is not enough. So we'll not be buying that. First of all, that thing is way too expensive and I don't need that kind of skincare. I'm good. Then the Alpen Beauty polishing peel, which I think you can also use as a mask, one of those weird like hybrid type of products. It was fine, wouldn't get it again, kind of forgettable. Reminded me of the St. Ives apricot scrub from back in the day. Not that harsh, but like that vibe, even the smell of it. And then we have the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Body for Mezza Oil. I love this. It smelled so good. I just like body oils in general, but the fragrance was so nice, and I totally get why people love this. I don't think I'll be buying this anytime soon just because I have body oil right now that I use. If I don't smell it and it's in my little pile here of empties or tossed out, it'll be out of sight, out of mind for sure. Not too exciting, but I just wanted to see how much hand soap our family goes through in a period of time. 2 since January. These are ones from Aldi's that I've been using. These are the La Cura Soothing Aloe Vera, just easy, quick, inexpensive, doesn't dry my hands out, so whatever. Used up 2 of those. Let's get into now the things I am decluttering. I'm getting rid of this Tresemme Curl Activating Spray. Essentially, this is just a hairspray, I think, with just a fancy nozzle. I don't know. While I would try to finish this up and use it, I just have too many other hairsprays I'm trying to get through, which that's hard enough to do, so I just unfortunately won't get to this because I don't really reach for it. I use other hairsprays and this is ancient, so instead of it taking up space in my collection, I think it's safe to just toss it. It's old enough. You know, some things if I can kind of make them work and I only have one of it in a category, like a mousse for example, like I'll keep it even if it's old and use it up, it's fine. But this is just one out of like 3 to 4 hairsprays that I have right now, and I don't really feel like putting it in a project. I just don't even want to deal with it anymore, I don't think. So it's kind of a shame. I feel like every time I hold it though, I'm like, do I want to get rid of this? But I think I've said that multiple times over the past couple of years. It literally survived so many declutters, and I'm like, I think it's time to just say bye to it. And I'm also getting rid of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This has also survived some projects and potential declutters, and while this actually was a good product, the nozzle doesn't work well anymore. It just streams out, and I've tried, putting it on sponges and, applying it that way, but I don't really like doing that either because it kind of wipes off the makeup underneath and stuff like that, and I don't know. There isn't a ton left of it, so I probably could have, used it up and declared it empty, but yeah, I don't know. And it makes me not want to purchase this again because I feel like if the nozzle's going to do it once, I feel like I don't know if this is just like a faulty product or it was just, yeah, it just streams out all weird. And I did try to like clean it off and stuff, and it's not doing what it needs to do. And I also felt like I was working too hard to try to empty it out, and it wasn't worth it. So, yeah, it was a nice product at one point. I know people that really do like this, but I just struggled to use it and didn't really want to use it a lot of times. So we're just going to let that one go. I'm pretty pleased with the things that I used up, more so than the amount. Like, it's never usually a ton anyway, but I'm happy to get some makeup products moved out and find some favorite things that I have since repurchased. So that was a win for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Consider liking, subscribing, and, leave any comments. Engagement is awesome. So love that. I will say bye here, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.